everyone. Today I want to talk about the young people in our community. In case you haven't noticed, there is a beaten pathway that runs along the streets of Taos, New Mexico, and most of our young people are walking up and down it. It is born out of a fit of boredom and neglect when we turn to drugs, alcohol, violence, and self-destruction. We don't know what to do in Taos. So we get wasted, and before you know it, that turns towards addiction. And 10 or 15 years will go by, and we're still sitting in the same old house, doing the same old drugs with the same old people since we were 12 years old. During this time, we are exposed to all types of negative mentalities, and sometimes violence and rape. And this leaves our bodies wounded. It leaves our bodies open to spiritual illness. And in the very worst scenarios, this leads to suicide or severe depression. I feel comfortable in my conviction about this issue because I myself have walked up and down this pathway of which I speak. I know the hangover, like I know Paseo del Pueblo. I know addiction, like I know the shape of Taos Mountain. You name it, I've done it. And I did it in Taos between the ages of 11 and 21. So why is it in our town that all of our youth gravitate towards drugs and alcohol? And why is it that we have become so enchanted with this self-destruction disguised as a sort of rock star heroism? Well, I believe it is because each and every one of us is from heaven. We are from a place of hojo, a place of beauty, as my people call it. And when we come into this world and we don't find that hojo, that beauty, that bliss, that joy around us in our communities, in our homes, and we forget that that bliss and joy is inside of us, then that's when we turn to drugs and alcohol, because it gives us a feeling of bliss and joy that mocks heaven. But this feeling is not heaven. If drugs were heaven, then we wouldn't feel like crap when we came down in the morning. Because the fire inside that is heaven lasts forever and ever and ever. You never come down off of love. And it never runs out like a bag of Coke or a bottle of Jim Beam. Love is also quite portable, quite free, and quite abundant, and is the best high I have ever felt in my life. And that's saying something because I've been all types of high. And I believe that there's a spiritual grip in our town that weighs us down. And it all begins with an absence of love, an absence of light. If you look at Taos High, there's barbed wire fences running all around the school that we put our kids in every morning from 8 o'clock to 3 p.m. I don't know if any of you have ever spent a single day in Taos Middle School, but it's not fun. Have you ever been put in a uniform where it makes you feel unimportant, like you're just another kid in a blue polo? It's not what our youth need. And the building's oppressive, the classroom oppressive, the teachers, there's some really good teachers, but the atmosphere is negative. And we're forced to conform and obey the laws of our principles, of our popularity contests. And before you know it, our kids don't even know what love is. And they walk out of school and maybe they see a sort of negativity or even an apathetic neutrality. They don't see that celebration of the magnitude of their beauty that they deserve every moment of every day. And so we wilt inside. Turn to drugs, get caught, get sent to drug court, juvenile hall, whatever. More dehumanization, more controlling, more absence of love. And you know what? Love is the answer. Love, love, love. Not punishment for something that we forced our kids to do in the first place. 3 of our young people have taken their lives in the past few weeks. They fall into this belief that this beautiful life is not worth living. So let's show them that this life is worth living through love. and presence and kindness. But the town just keeps chugging along, pretending like nothing's wrong and our youth are not important. And now I'm not trying to blame anyone. I'm just trying to say that the time has come. The time has come to take the time to tell our youth that we are in love with them, that they are important, that they are cherished, that they are beautiful. Youth, lean on us, we should say. We love you. And I know many of you already do this every day for your children, but if we come together as a community and make one big prayer like that, one big celebration, I know that we're going to have gigantic ripple effects on our youth. And so, as many of you already know, we are planning the greatest party our youth will ever go to. And this party is the celebration of their divinity as human beings, and is completely absent of drugs and alcohol. But they won't mind, because at this party we will be high on the fire inside. We will be so high on the love that we have for each other that we won't need drugs. And it's going to be amazing. And it's going to be called the first annual celebration of the young. We'll be celebrating our young in Taos and the young all over the world, the beauty of youth. And so far we have George Chacon teaching a mural painting class. We have Jenny Bird and Yamuna Devi facilitating songs for our youth. We have Randy King organizing a heavy metal concert. We have Amber McCabe setting up a place to make prayer flags for the kids who've jumped from the bridge. We have my mother and I holding a traditional Lakota ceremony for our young. We have Les Loki, Ampo Cash opening up their space on the old Northside Bean for these spaces. Milo's going to DJ. Everyone wants to participate in this because everyone knows that it needs to be done. And it needs to be done now. And the whole town will be participating in a fast. In a fast for our youth, as a demonstration of our love, of our willingness to sacrifice, restrict our diets for the health of our young people. And they are going to feel this love, whether they come to the events or not. It's going to be a march. It's going to be a relay run. There's going to be a showcase of our youth because they are very, very talented people. My friends, it is time to tell our youth how beautiful they are. We cannot afford to lose another. This earth can be heaven too. Let's show them this. And I will make this warning that we are doing something big here. This is big medicine and long overdue medicine. And when us as human beings create medicine like this, the darkness will try to slip in edgewise. So you gotta be on your toes, you gotta be focused on the prayer, focused on the reason why we are doing this, focused on the beauty of our youth, and staying positive because it's a celebration, not a mourning. It's a picking up of the pieces, not a looking at how scattered they are all over the ground. So have hope during this process, hold tight to love, and walk forward. And as our good friend Bob once said, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. So, in love, signing off from Redding, California, Lyla June. Love you guys. Peace.
Could've wait till tomorrow.